is it for fans. I'm Leanna Aguilera coming to you. ET is live at Comic-Con with the cast of Arrow. Hi, guys. This is a very bittersweet moment for me. I'm so excited that you guys are here. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. But this is our last Arrow Comic-Con interview. How are you feeling right now? Steven?
Fine.
But really though, this is something that has been part of your lives for such a long time. How does it feel being with the fans at your last Comic-Con?
Super emotional. Last night was super emotional, and it actually kind of caught me off guard. The number of people that came up, and someone came up to me. They're a director on Supergirl, mostly, and they took 5 minutes to thank me, which feels weird, for getting their break on Arrow. It feels great. I think it's. I think that the cast and the crew. I think that it's starting to feel like a little teensy bit of a victory lap, and it feels awesome. I was about to drop an F-bomb. It feels awesome. It feels awesome.
We are going to be getting quite a bit of lasts in this last season of Arrow, but we are getting a first. Katie, you are stepping behind the camera to direct an episode. Congratulations!
I am. I'm so...
Breaking news!
Yes, Steven broke the news earlier.
Spoiler today. I didn't know it was a spoiler.
I am.
Yes.
Episode... Are we allowed to say what episode?
Yeah.
Yes,
803.
Amazing.
I actually start prep on Tuesday. So very soon.
Yeah.
I went over this hiatus. I did the Warner Brothers Directors Program, and it was incredible. I learned so much, and I'm really excited. It's going to be awesome.
Obviously, David, you've directed before. Do you have any advice to impart onto Katie?
Oh, yes, please.
Yes.
Settle.
Don't give your actors any kind of breaks. Be hard on them. They're not your friends.
Yes. They are not your friends.
Well, we only have 10 episodes of Arrow left, and we have a lot of ground to cover before we get into the most ambitious crossover we've ever done in the Arrowverse. Let's start from this. What can you guys actually tease about the new season? And then we'll work from there. Kick us off, David.
Me?
Yeah.
I was going to say Steven, kick it. Tease from the new season? I think it's a tribute. There's a certain amount of... I like what Steven said in terms of a victory lap. You sense that. There'll be a lot of stuff from the past, I think. There'll be some old faces that'll show up. But I think, just in terms of the pacing, I think it's changed because we usually do this in 22 episodes. And now we're doing it in 10. So I think you're just going to sense a sense of a movie every single time you watch an episode of Arrow.
Yeah, I feel like it almost feels, cinematic. Like each episode is huge.
Yeah, I've read 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 are very contained. 1 is its own thing. 2 is its own thing. 3 is its own thing. Best of luck, by the way.
I got this.
No, it's very, very, very contained. Obviously, there's a through line, and we're building towards the crossover, but it's really fun. And it's fun working with some familiar faces, too.
I could say that you haven't seen Renee this way in the very first episode of season 8.
Well, I was going to say, because in our season finale, we saw Renee and we saw Dinah really step away in the future storyline. They were going to go into hiding. Does this mean you guys are going to be able to hide from having to go through that aging makeup in this next season?
The
As
aging
much as we
makeup.
love the aging makeup.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I actually don't know the answer to that, but I think that...
You don't actually love it, do you?
No, I hate it.
It's not great. My face hates it.
Yeah, it's painful, but it was very fun because it's such a departure from what you play this character for so long, and then you can really jump and you see them in the future, and it's like a pretty rich thing as an actor. So that was great, but I think we're going to have a lot of leeway to do a lot of different things with that this year.
Well, you guys had mentioned that we could be seeing some familiar faces popping back up. I need to know if we will be getting the lovely Emily Bett-Rickards back in this final season. Steven?
No.
No?
Not that I know of.
I hope
I mean,
so, but
we
I'm
hope
not
so.
gonna have, yeah.
It would,
I know.
What do you want from me? Is it a yes or no question?
I know, that's true. I know that you still keep in touch with Emily. How's she doing? Do you send her your love? Does she know about
Did
this
you
new
read her
season?
New York Times review of her
killing
off-Broadway
it.
play?
Yeah.
She's
Killing
killing
it.
it. She's living her
Killing
best
it.
life.
Yeah.
So proud of her. I'm
Emily.
going to see her play next Sunday. I'm excited. She's doing great.
Amazing.
We miss her.
We miss her a
miss
lot.
her a lot.
I was actually, I texted her when I was on the plane to Vancouver last week, and I just texted her that I was sad. The show feels different, in no small part because Mbed's not with us anymore. It feels different.
Well, David, Katie, and Steven, you guys have been part of the series since the pilot. When you look back at that pilot, what do you remember most about your first day of shooting?
First day? I remember Colin Donnell was in, who's in the premiere, which is amazing. His only job for that first day of shooting was to lay unconscious on a slab of concrete. And that guy stuck around the entire day just to watch. And I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I felt, honestly, I think I was just trying to hold it together because I was so just like stressed out and scared. And sorry. It's all good. Sorry. I just remember being like, okay, hold it together. Please don't get fired. I really want this job, and it seems like this is going to be really awesome, and it has been. So, I just got those first day of school nerves out during the
being
pilot.
on the street after our little scene where we shot the limo thing with you in the backseat. And
With Nutter.
With Nutter.
Yeah.
David Nutter, our gentleman that directed the pilot, wonderful director. I remember being on the street with him and another producer, and him standing on the street with me saying, "This is going to be a huge show." And me and the other producers say, "No, don't jinx it, don't jinx it." And he was like, "No, this is going to be a huge, huge show." It's like something he knew. So I just remember thinking, maybe, just maybe.
I actually remember from the first table read, and I don't know if you've known. I think I might have said this to you before, but I actually, because there was such a relationship between Laurel, obviously, and Oliver. You were never scripted as Ollie. I just threw it in there, and then they started writing it. So, because I wanted them to have like a nickname, to, build
Another
that
thing that I
relationship.
remember from the pilot is you and I shot the scene in front of the Globe in the convention center downtown, and one of our executive producers texted both of us afterwards, and the text just said, "You were both born to play Oliver Queen and Laurel Lance." Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, I just got chills.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, as we
Can we
wrap
wrap
it
it
up,
up, please?
we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up before the emotions start flowing. We are going to have our most ambitious crossover we've ever had on this show. What can you tease for the fans out there? I know that there's still so much that's clouded in secrets, but what can you tell us?
Yes.
That's what we can say.
That's it.
I'm going to play more than one character in the
Ooh.
crossover.
Okay. Keep going.
I'm messing up, spoiling stuff.
No, you're so good.
No, I'm going to play more than one character in the crossover.
Yeah? Can you tell me who?
Nope.
Okay. More than
They're
one?
all named Oliver.
Oh, okay.
that helps.
Oh, good. We're getting
Probably.
different Earth Olivers. I like it.
No.
No?
No. Maybe.